Ooh, I'm a little bit nervous actually. Never done this before. And they're supposed to go around the ankles, but I don't know how big your ankles have got to be for these things to fit around. You'd have to be like King Kong. There's the ice. We've just gone over the ice. It's definitely cold. I've got a flashing light on the back of my helmet there. I've never used that sentence before in my life. Careful, Paul. Nearly went into the trees. He says as he nearly comes off, going through some leaves. Flipping heck, that looks weird, doesn't it? It's like something out of a computer game. It's actually my helmet, it's flashing behind me. I've got a flashing helmet. Okay, yeah, so welcome back to the channel, everyone. Sorry I've not been putting any videos on lately, but I've had a foot injury and stuff, and Ken's obviously had his injury, so we've had quite a lot to deal with. And every time I've wanted to go out, it's just been absolutely horrific, the weather. So it's been really, really difficult to get out on the bike. So I'm going to try something different. Never done it before in my life. Going to try a night ride. Absolutely pitch black at the minute. The camera's set to the kind of the nighttime settings, so we're trying a night ride. So main thing about night ride, well, night riding in my opinion, it's got to be safety on it. Safety, safety, safety. The first three words. So what I forgot on my bike, so I've got in terms of lights, I've got a rear radar light, a Garmin Varia radar light that's flashing there. That warns me of any vehicles coming from behind. That can be seen from miles away, that thing. And then I've got a solid light underneath it. Just as kind of a backup. Then at the front, again, I've got a strobing light at the front there to catch drivers' attention. That's a Trek Ion light, and then I've got a Lazine solid front light on as well. In terms of my clothing, I've got kind of a reflective stuff on, and I've got a camera light on the back of my head there. I don't know if you can see that there, but I've got it's not a camera light. I've got a flashing light. Sorry, I've got a flashing light on the back of my helmet there. I've never used that sentence before in my life, and hopefully I'll never use it again. So I'm kind of well lit up. I've got a reflective top on. I've got reflective. Can you see them? Got reflective straps around the. They're supposed to go around the ankles, but I don't know how big your ankles have got to be for these things to fit around. You'd have to be like King Kong. So they're halfway up. They're around my calves, but they're reflective as well. So I'm nice and lit. The bike's lit. I'm lit. I'm fully reflective, so let's give it a whirl. Let's see how it goes. It's a nice dry evening, but it's really, really cold. There's kind of ice forming, a bit of frost and stuff. It's been cold this week, but I've just had no time to get out. So let's do it. Let's get out. I'll give me impression as I go around, and we'll see how we get on. See you in a bit. Ooh, I'm a little bit nervous actually. Never done this before, so first time ever, and I'm starting to realise I'm never nervous on a bike, but it's the first time I've ever done it. It's kind of, if you look there, there's a bit of ice forming at the side of the road, so maybe this wasn't the best night to do it, but we'll find out, won't we? I don't know what the standard of the pictures are going to be like on this one, simply because it's pitch black. But I've got my lights on and stuff, so we'll just take it nice and easy, nice and slow, and see how we get on, see if it's worth it. So I'm going down quite a steep hill here. I mean, this is normally a 25-30 mile an hour road this, but I'm just going to roll down here because it's one of them possibly slippy nights this. I don't want any accidents. It's nice and easy. You can see my light there flashing up on that sign on the left. But yeah, on roads like this, doesn't seem too bad because it's quite well lit anyway. It's a busy main road, this, quite well lit. But it's a matter of just taking it easy. We're down to probably about 1 degree at the minute, which is not ideal cycling conditions for obvious reasons. There could be a bit of ice forming and stuff, but nice and easy. And see how it goes. Whoa. Flipping out. Oh, we're all right. Get through this bit here. Blimey. Careful, Paul. Nearly went into the trees. Oh, that's better daylight. And strangely enough, so far on the main roads, I felt okay. Well, I've had to go down a couple of these little kind of off-road sections like this. which just joins up the route. It's not a bad surface down here, but it's just obviously it's not lit, it's pitch black. So I don't know what you're going to see on the screen of this, but it's only about 200 yards long. But I just want to get down to the main road at the bottom, then we can cross over and get on the cycle track, and hopefully we can have an hour or so on the bike and get the legs moving. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. I'm just realising you just got to be a lot slower with everything, very more deliberate with everything you're doing. That's what I'm starting to notice. This is the East Lancs, the A580 that runs between Manchester and Liverpool. This has kind of a cycle route that kind of runs right down the side of it for about 30 odd miles, off-road cycle route, so it's not bad. We should be okay. Once we get on the other side, we can get a bit of movement going. And as I say, this is the cycle path that runs alongside the A580, the East Lancashire Road between Manchester and Liverpool. It's not particularly picturesque or nice to ride on, but it's reasonably flat, reasonable-ish surface, and it's pretty safe because you're off the road really, and it's quite well lit, which is useful. It probably, looking at my little camera screen here, it looks dead bright. I mean, it is pitch black, but I think the settings on the camera hopefully are making it a little bit easier for you guys to see. But yeah, not too bad. I've not been on the bike for weeks. I've just been itching to get on it, but just not had time. And like I say, the weather's been so bad lately. Every time we have had time to get on it, it's just been impossible. And I've had a foot injury that I've been waiting to heal. That's been ongoing for months. So this is the first little spin of the legs for a good few weeks. So I'm going to try and enjoy this and try and stay safe. Okay, so we're on this cycle path down the side of the A580 heading towards Manchester. I've only done about 3 miles so far. The nerves are settling a bit now, to be honest with you. I didn't really know what to expect at the start. I was a little bit wary of it because it's obviously dark. Obviously got the added danger in the darkness. So I've lit myself up and made myself as conspicuous as possible, which I suppose is the only thing you can do. But yeah, I didn't know what to expect, but it's quite enjoyable so far. And as I say, I'm looking at my camera screen here. It looks far more lit on my camera screen than it actually is. Even though it is well lit on this and it's a lovely path, safe path on the side of the road, it's nowhere near as lit as it appears to be. But the only thing I've got to be careful of is, as I say, there's ice forming, but it's the only time I had to get out. If I didn't get out today, then I'm not going to be getting out for another 2 weeks. So I just needed to get out, needed to get back on the bike, get the legs going a little bit. Been really frustrated, but that's just life, innit? Gets in the way at times. There's nothing you can do about it. But yeah, so far, so I'm lucky to have this path to ride on. I'll spend about 5 miles or so on this before we come off it, just to get the legs going. So yeah, so far, now that I've got used to it a little bit, got a bit of confidence. Oops, he says as he nearly comes off, going through some leaves. That'd been a good video, wouldn't it? But yeah, since I've settled down a bit, got a bit of confidence, quite enjoying it. One thing I've noticed, a bit of advice, with the fallen leaves, where they've been in the shade all day, they're starting to kind of see the shimmer here on the surface, and they're starting to shine up. Then they're kind of really slippy where they've not been in the sun and dried out, and I can just see the crystals forming on the surface of the pavement here on the track that I'm riding on. So that's one thing to be wary of. Obviously leaves at this time of year, going from late autumn into early winter, are always a hazard. Luckily it's been dry today. It's been a lovely day today, crisp and blue skies and sunny. But yeah, that's one thing to be really wary of, especially in the dark. The leaves where it's kind of getting a bit frosty in the winter time, bit of ice forming. I've had a couple of I've not nearly fallen off, but you can just tell you lose grip. It's kind of quite slippy. So yeah, something to bear in mind, folks, if you're going to do this at night. Just be really careful, take it really easy. Now the A580 on my right, this big dual carriageway, you are actually allowed to ride a bike on there, And I've seen people actually riding bikes on there, not doing anything wrong, they're allowed to, but absolutely bonkers. Why you consider doing that when there's a path at the side, I don't know, but yeah, some of us cyclists are absolutely crazy, aren't they? But yeah, I'd never even dream about riding on there. It's basically riding on a motorway. But anyway, each to their own. So because this is the first time I've ever tried this kind of night riding in the dark, I just wanted to be ultra careful, ultra conservative really. So I've only planned myself about 10, 11 miles, something like that, just to give it a whirl and see if I like it, if I can stand it, if it seems safe enough. So I'm about halfway in so far. I've just factored this kind of climbing up this hill here. Let's see if this car sees us here. Yeah, he did it the last second. I don't know how you can miss me, to be honest. But anyway, so yeah, I've just put a little bit of interest. I put a little hill in here. It's kind of a long, draggy climb. About 4% climb for about, I don't know, half a mile, something like that. But I've just put it in there just to give me a bit of interest, bit of a workout. Because it's one that I normally do in summer if I've only got an hour or so to spare. But yeah, going okay so far. Seeing as I've not been on the bikes for weeks. But I think I'll be panting in about another 400 yards. Ooh. Ooh. You can tell I've not been on the bike for a while. Ooh. Anyway, we've done it. So we'll just angle left here. Start making our way back. That's a bit worrying. I can see ice forming on the road here. Right when I'm riding the shiny bits. Oh, that's not good. Having said that, I think we've only got about 4 miles left. So I'm looking to get back before it really hits. See the windscreens on the cars there that have not moved. Yeah, it's kind of getting a sheen on the surface now, so I can't rush back because the roads are getting a bit slippy, but I'll just try and make steady progress. Try and get ourselves home in one piece. Again, this is one of those quite steep downhill sections of road where you can get some speed up normally, but not tonight. I'm just going to kind of freewheel down this. I think that's the best advice I can give you really on steep downhills in the dark. Just freewheel it. No point bombing it. Take your time. Freewheel your way down. We're turning right in a second, so again, this is going to be quite a sharp right turn. This, I'm not sure where it is. I think it's here. So got to be careful when we're braking here. Where this car's coming out. Slippy road surface, you can see the sheen on it there. Whoa, yeah. Another little thing I'd say, another little tip. It's weird how things look different in the dark to daytime, and kind of junctions and stuff come up on you really, really quickly. So I think it's just all about, as I keep saying, taking it easy, nice and slow. See, I've got a kind of a T-junction here turning left. And normally you just fly up to them, if a quick look to the right and you're out. But yeah, I think you just got to be careful. So yeah, just be wary of your junctions. Take your time at junctions, double check, triple check. And don't be trying to do anything quickly. Just nice and easy with everything you're doing. That seems to be the motto that I'm finding. And so far I'm enjoying it. Since I've got the hang of it, I'm quite enjoying it. You can really see on this road here with the lights, the shimmer on the surface. I'm actually getting kind of, it's as though you're riding in rain, but it's not rained at all. It's been bone dry all day. But it's just the frost and the ice that's starting to form because it's going so cold. But I'm nice and toasty with my gear on, nice and warm, not cold at all. That's a plus. And yeah, really nice. The roads have quietened down because we're well past the rush hour. I think I set off about 7:45, so we're well past the rush hour. The roads are reasonably quiet for this area, and yeah, some of the roads I've had them to myself. Again, another little tip, if you're a bit worried about going on the main roads and stuff with the traffic at night, this what I'm on here is kind of a residential road through the housing estate. Got the speed bumps on it, but that's irrelevant to be honest. It's fairly well lit, and look how quiet it is. So if you're really kind of worried about going on main roads, you've got no kind of well lit cycle paths that you could use in the dark, then just think about trying it kind of locally. Just kind of close to where you live, if you live in kind of an area with some semi-decent residential roads like this that are fairly well lit, try and give it a bash on there. But again, the same rules would apply. You need to make sure you're kind of well lit, good lights, plenty of bright clothing on, reflective clothing, and well wrapped up. And we're just going to swing a left here. So you've got these roads to myself. So if you've got something like this near where you live then, and you fancy trying it, just give it a whirl for a couple of miles before you kind of dip your toe in any deeper. Well, that's some use, isn't it? I was going to go straight across there, but it's shut. I might be able to get through, but there's no point. Let's just we'll go the long way around. I can get where I needed to go further down here, but it just means riding along this main road. But it's not for long. Just let the cars pass us and find our way back on the route. So this we're just passing here, this is the guided bus route, which is like an off-road bus route where the bus follows rails in and out of Manchester. Absolutely brilliant it is. If anyone's never used it, give it a bash, £2 a pop, and it runs 24 hours. Happy days. Well, this bit I'm on here now is kind of a cycle and walking way. It's an old railway line this that they've converted into a bus route. This cycle and walking track runs alongside it. Yeah, come on then. There you go, there's a local youths, ne'er-do-wells. So yeah, they're out in force. But yeah, so it's pitch black on this bit. And then we get a little bit of light where these lights are. And then it's pitch black on the next bit. So you've got to have your wits about you on here really, with it being this dark. It's not bad round here, but obviously just be a little bit wary because you're on your own and it's pitch black. There's the ice, we're just going over the ice. It's definitely cold, but with my gear on, I feel fine. Not even chilly. Not even chilly in the slightest. I tend to wear, I've got a merino base layer and a few layers on top of it. Gloves on and stuff. I like the Castelli stuff for winter, it's really good. Expensive, but it's good. I think someone's running or jogging in front of us there with something reflective on, or it's a dog or something. God knows. We'll soon see. Yeah. Yeah, they're walking the dog. Well, this bit's completely unlit on here. And it can be a little bit unnerving, this bit. But yeah, so hopefully, as long as nobody's done me in, I'll speak to you when I get to the lights at the top. But the thing about this path, it's awfully bumpy. It's the worst surface in the world. It's tarmac, but it's been put down by, I don't know, someone who clearly doesn't know what they're doing. But anyway, I'll see you at the top of this hill. Right, well that's about it then. I've just ridden up this. It looks really, really light, but that's the camera doing its stuff, I've said a few times. Pitch black there, absolutely pitch black. We're underneath a light here which is lighting it. We're just beyond the light, it's absolutely pitch black, but I've only done about 12 miles. Not been out very long, but really, really enjoyable that. So in a word, would I do that again? Riding in winter, at night time in the dark, would I do it again? It's a definite yes from me. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think it's one of them things. First thing, you've got to make sure you've got your bike set up properly. I've got a couple of lights at the back, a couple at the front, one on the back of my helmet. Make sure that you're brightly coloured, make sure that you've got your right layers on, you've got your helmet on, Again, I've got the reflective stuff, reflective straps on me. Oh, look at that now, they've dropped down. My calves are not even big enough to hold these things in place, but these were cheap off eBay, I think. But I've got the reflective stuff on to make myself seen. So my lights, again, you want a light where that's for you to be able to see where you're going, and that's so road users can see you. And at the same at the back, I've got a solid one and a flashing Garmin one. But I've really enjoyed that. I've been itching to get on my bike, not been able to for one reason or another. It's kind of hit the spot that. One thing I would recommend, tips that I give you, again, as well as being seen and making sure that other people can see you and you can see where you're going. In terms of your routes, don't go too crazy, don't be too ambitious. I'd recommend just riding local routes that you're really aware of, that you know where you're going, routes that you know where the potholes are and the kind of steep hills and the sharp bends, so that you can be really safe. So plan your routes really carefully. When the conditions are like they are tonight, where it's kind of going icy and slippy, do you really need to go out? Did I really need to go out? Well, I did. I wanted to get out, I was fed up. So just be really careful. If it's below freezing, I just wouldn't bother. If it's raining and it's dark, I just wouldn't bother personally. I just wouldn't bother. I don't think it's worth the risk. But if you've got a dry day and it's the conditions are nice, like they have been today, it's been one of them crisp blue winter's days today, late autumn, early winter days. I'd highly recommend it. Gets you out the house for an hour, gets the legs going, gets the breath going, gets the lungs going, and gets a few miles in. So yeah, it's a massive thumbs up from me. In terms of Sir Kenneth, he's doing really well. He's had the thumbs up to try and get back on a static bike, so I'll bring you some videos or a video on that as soon as I can, but it's just a bit hectic next couple of weeks, but I'll bring you more updates on Sir Kenneth. He sends his thanks for all the wishes that you've sent to him. And yeah, he'll be hopefully working his way back towards getting on a bike, which is exciting, so that's good. So yeah, so thanks for watching. I know it was only a short video tonight. Might be teaching some people to suck eggs there with night riding. Have you ever done night riding in the dark? My first time. I've popped my night riding virginity tonight, so yeah, so I've enjoyed that. Do you do it? Do you do it regular? Do you just put your bike away in winter? I don't know what you do. Do you just stay indoor training? Do you do Zwift, Rouvy, My Whoosh, that kind of stuff? Do you just train indoors through the winter? You don't go out? I don't know. Let us know in the comments below. So thanks for watching. Thanks to everyone for subscribing to the channel. If you want to subscribe, just click the link and it's totally free. And we'll keep bringing you more videos, and hopefully when Sir Kenneth's back on the bike, we'll have more with him. So yeah, so thanks very much. We'll see you soon. Cheers.